So I decided to stream on Christmas Day at night and have like a little party. Doing usual content, but like turning some music up, making it a bit louder than usual, which, and having fun. And I got a couple of messages after just saying, what, I really needed that. Like, I'm not having a great Christmas, and I just needed that. So just thank you for streaming on Christmas Day. And there's a couple of people that were like, I don't want to get too deep, but people said, what, I don't think I'd be here without your streams. Like, thank you for putting a smile, and making me smile every day. And yeah, there's a couple of stories and stuff, but it's just nice to know that I'm helping people.
Hey, she's a beauty.
Welcome to Tarducks.
Great to be here. Thanks for inviting me. Always like a good chat about Tarkov. So yeah, thank
absolutely.
You.
So, who is actually? You know what? Let's start things off. I try to do this 3 rapid questions. First one: favorite thing to eat when you go out?
That's a steak, fillet, blue.
Yep. All right. Boom. Favorite city you've ever visited?
Cuba, Havana.
Oh. All right. And favorite movie of all time?
40-Year-Old Virgin.
Why am I not surprised?
It's just a film, one of the first films that I watched, and I was just like, you know what, that's absolutely hilarious. Like growing up, I was just like, this is some comedy that I've never seen before. Yeah, which is kind of there's many, but yeah, it's just that one that sticks in my head a little bit.
Oh, fantastic. Well, hey, thank you for joining me today. And, before you jumped into this whole streaming gaming world, sort of what is your background?
Well, it's funny because my actual origins start with gaming. So when I was at school, I actually played Gears of War professionally in a team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was sponsored, the t-shirts, traveling around, being on TV multiple times when I was like 17, 18 years old.
Holy crap.
So it started back then. Like I was in the Gears of War scene, I was very well known. But back then, when you're a little younger, you kind of just think, I just want to play every day.
Right.
Like you don't think about, you know what? Let's start a YouTube channel. Let's make a thing. You just think, I want to play 18 hours a day, and that's it. I want to win everything. So if I would have started a YouTube channel back then right now I would probably I wouldn't be doing this now because I'd probably be retired on a beach somewhere in Florida. But I started in Gears of War, played Gears of War competitively, and then didn't make enough money from it. So thought, get a real job, get like a proper job that get a steady income. And then end up doing basically bar work. Moving my way up to general manager of my own unit, and then moving around the country managing different units. And that's I've got a background in that. Did that for 13, 14 years until last November. And that's when I decided it was a big decision.
Oh, I bet.
I started streaming in February last year. It's like a year now. And, started to see a good bit of growth and, making a little bit of money. And I thought, you know what, if I do this full time, there's a good chance that I might be able to make enough money to pay the bills. And it kind of come down to that. I wasn't really happy doing my job anymore. I wasn't very happy with it. I wasn't enjoying life. There was a lot of stress with it, having 20, 30 staff, every day, emails, phone calls. And I lived where I worked as well. So you get accommodation where you work. So it was just nonstop. And I thought, you know what, I kind of took happiness over the money that I was getting paid. I had a solid salary, but I thought, you know what, let's try and do the Twitch stuff. And, essentially run your own business, right?
So absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
So started doing this, and done this a few months now. It's amazing. It's like I'm a different person because I'm just happier again in day-to-day things. So yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Splendid. Yeah, you got to do what's happy. If you don't, you just end up being miserable and wasting years and looking back and making, just regretting decisions.
Yeah, definitely. And as long as I can pay the bills and put some food on the table, then I'm going to continue to do this. But it was kind of I think it's kind of, some people get stuck, particularly people that have done careers for a long time. So let's say there's a mechanic and he's been a mechanic for 10 years. Now that person it was actually, I watched this on a podcast, I actually listened to it on a podcast when I was going on holiday, and it's like you kind of get stuck in the mindset that you can only do a mechanic. If you're a mechanic for 10 years, the only way that you're ever going to move out of mechanic is to a different garage, right?
Yeah.
But there's no one ever to stop anyone turning around and just changing their careers to something completely different at any time. But we mentally stop ourselves from doing it. We mentally think, if you're a mechanic and what, I want to be a librarian now, there's nothing to stop you but apart from yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, I've gone from managing pubs and businesses to being on Twitch 8 hours a day. So it's a pretty big change.
Oh, I bet. So now, when did you start playing video games? So Gears of War, way back when, Xbox, was that your first jump into video games, or have you played before that?
I played all my life, every single console. Most gamers do, but the first one I remember is probably like Amiga with my dad.
Yeah.
The first real, and then you got Sonic the Hedgehog, Master System, Mega Drive.
Yeah.
First PlayStation 1 game I remember is F1 97.
Yeah.
Which I used to just play Monaco 50 laps every day. Right. I should just stick on Monaco. I was like, right, you know what? Let's play F1 because Monaco has no grass. So if I hit the walls, I could just carry on. Yeah. So
now, was that back in like the Schumacher days and Villeneuve? Okay.
Coulthard. Yeah,
Coulthard, yes.
Yeah, all those. Yeah. And I remember playing that a lot. Then Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and then PlayStation 2, and on and on and on. And I've been for everyone. I mean, I think it's probably only about 5-6 years since I switched to PC because I've always been console. Mm-hmm. So I've always been console, and I just made the switch to PC, and I don't think I'll never go back. Just the customizability, the performance, it's more expensive and there's more issues arise, but it's worth it. I think you get a lot more out of it. But it's for me. I'm not like I'm a pretty recent PC gamer, to be honest.
Yeah. What was the biggest adjustment? Just the mouse and keyboard controlling?
Yeah. Like how do you use like all 5 fingers at once to control different buttons that you can't even look at the same time? Yeah. Like how do you do this? Like people just put their hands on the keyboards and even to this day, like using 1 to 5 to change weapons, still catches me out now and again. I'm just like trying to stretch my fingers. But so I'm relatively new into the PC gaming, but I've always been a gamer. Always been. But yeah.
Now, what if you look back on everything you've played over the years? What is your favorite game that just sticks out?
Gears of War 1.
Yep.
Straight up, that's it. Gears of War 1 is my favorite game of all time. You just everything about it. At the time, it was like leading so far in front of all the games that came out in terms of graphics, performance. It was a big hit at the time. I think Epic spent so many years working in development for I think it was the first Xbox 360 release that they did. Yeah. And it was a big game coming out for years, and it didn't fail to deliver. I played it so much. Yeah. So much. Like I said, I played it professionally. I travel around and played it professionally, and really, really, Gears of War 1 is just that entire franchise, the story behind it. It's just it's one of my all-time favorites.
Oh, very good. So now, when you jumped into streaming, was Tarkov your first jump into the whole streaming aspect of going to Twitch and on YouTube?
So I'm always while I've been on PC, gaming on PC, particularly obviously over the last 5-6 years. Yeah. I've always known Twitch for me is. We all know it's really hard to be successful. Like there's millions and millions of people stream every single day, often with the same games and content, and it really takes. And in my opinion, there's a few ways on Twitch to grow at a faster rate than a regular gameplay would. So you've got like your top tier gamers that just the ones that are absolutely godlike at all the games. Okay. Yeah. Not, and the top tier, they're always going to get viewers and people watching because they're the best at the game, right? And people want to see that. Or you've got personalities and unique aspects, and these also do quite well. Like speed running a certain game that people that those see got communities like that. Yeah, so I always thought I always keep in the backstories. I love particularly. I don't know if you've heard of Devin Nash. No. Have you heard of Devin Nash on YouTube? Definitely worth checking him out. Yeah. He talks about like the analytics of Twitch and just everything about it. I've always been really interested in it. I thought, if I'm ever going to stream something, it has to be something that's unique. Right. It has to be something unique. It has to be something unique. I'm too old right now to be top tier at any game. Like I'm 31 now, 32 in like next week or two, something like that. I'm just like, I'm too old now to be top tier at games like that. Those are gone. And
quick reflexes,
yeah. So I was like, I've got to do something unique. Like, and it's like always waiting for something to think and like an idea to come to my head.
Yeah.
It was kind of like always waiting, isn't it? You know, I didn't want to just stream a random game and you know, do it that way. Like I need something unique and an idea, and that's what you need. And then that came across me. You know, we were locked down with COVID, of course.
Yep.
We have COVID, and we were locked down, and I got more chance to play because I didn't get much chance to play when I was doing the full-time management job because it's a relatively high position, a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
But I was in my house stuck, and I'm like, you know what? I get to play Tarkov loads. I played it a ton. I got Kappa for the first time, and I was like, right, I've got Kappa now. So what do you do now then? Like,
right.
Like, what do we do now? Like, and I was just like, you know what? No one's, I've got a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'd been like playing the market in the game. So what I would do is I'd buy Tetris when it was low in the market.
Yeah.
And then sell it to therapists when the Bitcoin price rose.
Yeah.
And just ride the waves. And end up like end it with a full junk box case full of Bitcoins.
Oh God.
I sold them all. I had like 150 million rubles. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to give it all away and be that friendly guy.
Yeah.
So when people come across me, they'll recognize me as, oh, it's that friendly guy. That was a whole. And I was like, you know what? This could be a really unique concept. Yeah. I'm going to stream this. So I knocked together a few overlays, some very basic ones.
Yeah.
And just started it. And then within like literally 2 days of me doing it, someone had posted it on Reddit like, oh my God, I came across this guy and he gave me 2 Tetrises. Oh my God. And it was, and then after that, within 2 to 3 weeks, I think my average was like 40, 50 average after 2 to 3 weeks. And the streams have evolved a lot since, and lots of new things have been added and quality upgraded. And yeah, it's that's how it came about. It just so I was like, you know what, I need a unique idea.
Yeah,
I need a unique idea. So, and that was my unique idea.
Yeah. Well, and as you're saying, your overlays and whatnot, you know, they look so good. Your thumbnails, the lore video, that is all high quality stuff. You know, do you have any background in that, or did you work collaboratively with somebody?
No, it kind of comes from with doing my old job. Yeah. So like, let's say you've got, in regards to it being a business, like I said, like, you know, being a streamer, it's your own business. You're in charge of your own fate, right?
Yeah.
You affect whatever you input is what you get out. Yeah. So if you're doing TikToks every day, you're doing YouTubes every day, you're streaming, you know, as and when you can, and you're doing it in the right way, your results depend on your input. Okay. Yeah. And in my opinion, if you've got two shops that are selling the exact same stuff inside, and you've got one that looks average and one that looks amazing on the outside, most people are going to go to one that looks amazing on the outside.
Definitely.
So it's about, you know, the brand and everything, you know, and this is my business and my brand, and I want it to look as good as it possibly can.
Yeah.
I want it to be, when someone comes onto my channel and my stream, I want people to feel like they're in a game show and they're involved. Everything looks really nice, and it's just professionally presented, because that's who I am as a person. I like to be professional. I like everything to be done properly. I like to put my heart and soul into everything that I do. And that's the why. I've got no background. I mean, I'm getting good at Photoshop a bit now, and you know, Premiere Pro by, you know, learning bits and bobs.
Yeah.
But generally, most of it was outsourced to some extremely talented individuals.
Yeah, the quality of your, like I said, you know, the overlays, the lore video, it is just fantastic. And like you said, it's right on. You know, it's, you know, the quality of what you present will attract more people, along with TFG. What that brings to the table, and people come and see that. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And the law stuff, like, it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
So like, I would just, you know, the whole point of being a friendly guy and not, you know, you don't need to kill each other to make money and everything like that. And you know, it's kind of like trying to help people unlock like an entire aspect of the game that people don't even delve into, like the RPG side of it.
Right.
Like, even pre-VoiP, it was still possible, because I showed that was possible. Yeah. You know, I had 1,500, 1,000, 1,500 interactions with people, and crazy scenarios that happened by just using the game comms. Yeah. And even now with VoiP, the RPG side of things opens itself up so much. Yeah. And so much of the community don't open themselves up to having some experiences that are available within the game. Yeah. Because over the last 4 years or so, the game almost gets put into a limelight of a PvP shooter. Yeah. Like it's a first person shooting game, and that's it. But there's so much more to it. It's kind of like opening people's eyes to what the game can, what you can do in the game. Like, just 2 days, I think 2-3 days ago, I put a video on YouTube, I got the full lobby on labs to be friendly.
Oh, I saw that. Oh my god,
do you know what I mean? It's like we played Simon Says.
Friendly Says. Yes.
We played rock paper scissors, and then I gave a guy a red key card, and it was amazing. Like that stuff can happen.
Yeah.
But like, it'd be nice if more people did things like that, and it was more of a like, hey, how are you doing? You know, like you know, and it's and that was it. It's kind of opening people's eyes into that type of thing. So I would stand up when I first started streaming, and then I'd do speeches about my backstory, living behind 2-story dorms. Yeah, and you know, I had my best friend Steve that I fell out with, and the lore behind Steve. Yeah. So the actual story behind the character, it's difficult to continue and tell everyone. As the community has grown, it's hard to continue with the lore as much because there's so many people coming in and out. It's hard for people to keep up with the lore and the story, so it's kind of took a back seat really. But basically, this Steve that I used to live with is me. Yeah. And it's like a whole thing came out where this Steve guy had actually killed someone and become the TFG. Yeah. And then once per month now, on the last Sunday of the month, Steve comes out and just abuses chat for 4 hours straight. So Steve comes out and just roasts chat to death. He comes out on a different account and he just goes around and kills people and slaughters and is mischievous and awful. And it's the community thing. So I don't really like. I don't like put it out there or market it as such because. No, it's not something you want to market because it's a lot of swear words. Oh god, which is the exact opposite of what I do on a day-to-day basis because I keep it very, very PG, very family friendly. And then once per month, there's a Steve character that comes out and just abuses chat to death.
That is fantastic.
So yeah, and that's a bit of the lore that I don't really. It's hard to tell people because you know they're like, oh, who's Steve? And I'm like, well, Steve's a dick. Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. So now you've done a full year full time on Twitch and YouTube. And first of all, congratulations. That's not an easy thing to do. A lot of work.
Thank you.
Not a lot of time off. That's from all the discussions I've had with guys who are full time. You don't really have a window to take holidays or anything. It's tough.
No. Yeah, I mean, it's weird because I didn't do that. It was like that before with the other job. Yeah. But this one now, because I enjoy this one, because I literally I love it. You know, I don't mind it. I enjoy doing it. I wake up. I enjoy streaming. You know, I don't get people get burnt out. But I wouldn't do that. I would just if it's a case that I felt like that, I would just be like, right, I'm not going to stream for a day. Yeah. I'm gonna take a day out. I'm going to go and get some fresh air. But I enjoy it, and it is hard work. Like. I know, there's that whole stigma of, streaming's not a job. People, that's actively said probably most days in some sort of format, whether it be Twitter or Reddit or Discord or, it's not, you play games for a living, but like there's so much back stuff to do. There's so much stuff in the background that goes on. Like it's insane. Doing a YouTube video. Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it's, in those 8 hours a day where I'm live, it's fun, but then you stop streaming. You then have to look at a VOD, cut out some TikTok parts. Yeah. Dissect it and save it, and then make a TikTok a couple of times a day. I mean, some people don't, but I want to be successful as possible. So yeah, I go to that level, and I'm easily doing 78 hours a week, easily.
Well, then there's also the social media aspect too, not just making vids, on Twitter and just all of that, marketing yourself, the whole time you're awake, essentially.
Basically, yeah. Just rolling through Twitter, popping a quick reply. It's all about getting people to see you and your content, and that's that's very, very important. Growing on Twitch, you don't grow on Twitch by being on Twitch. That's the whole thing, right? You grow on Twitch by doing YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all those other platforms. And that's in this day and age, in 2022, that's the way forward. Stream less and do external content more. That's the way forward, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, looking back over the last year, what was, is there one highlight that sticks out more than something else?
I don't know. I mean, getting partner was a big deal. Yeah. I didn't think it would be, but I think I was declined like 6 times before I got it. Yeah, I think it was something to do with like I was able to apply within like 6 weeks or something, like 6 to 8 weeks. I had the average viewership and stuff, and it was kind of like I can see from Twitch's end, they looked at my chart like, well, he's been streaming for 6 weeks and he's applying for partner, and I'm like, well, and I can see from their perspective they want to see like a sustained. But I wasn't doing it full time, so my stream schedule was all over. It could be any time of the day until any time of the day. There was no consistency, and there was nothing. So the second that I did a month full time in November, and showed them consistent times, consistent viewership, viewers, average viewers keeping consistent, then they gave me partner, and I got partner, which was that was a really big achievement.
Oh, cool.
But people, I've been asked this before about the achievement. What stands out to me, it's not one particular thing, but like the whole stream and myself is, I like to make people smile. My ethos of my stream is just putting smiles on people's faces. So whether I'm just chatting to them in chat or whether I'm giving them an item in game, it could be, we all use gaming as an escape from like the real world. Right? We come in and we use gaming, and while we're gaming, we're in that chair with the headset on, and whatever game we're playing, everything else just disappears into the abyss. Doesn't matter if you've had a really shitty day, or people have lost a loved one, or they've had a bad day at work. Like as soon as you're in that gaming zone and you're sat there, nothing else matters, does it? And it's kind of like if I can do what I'm doing now on a daily basis, and if I drop a Bitcoin to a guy that's, I don't know, level 7 guy on Tarkov, and I don't know where he's in the world. He could be Canada, it could be Germany, it could be anywhere. He could be sat at his keyboard having the worst day. But he meets me, he picks up a Bitcoin. It's like, oh my God, this is so cool. And it puts it, and so many people have swum by the stream like, that is the best raid I've ever done. You've made my day, you've made my week. That's my best raid of the entire wipe. And just knowing that, I'm putting smiles on faces around the world by just doing this. That's my proudest thing. That's the thing that I'm most proudest of. Like, and
any particular story that somebody reached out to you and said, oh, I was having a shitty day, and you just like, any more memorable stories that you could share with affecting people?
I often get like messages saying, I particularly, I streamed on Christmas Day. I think for us United Kingdom guys, Christmas is a bit more important than any other holiday. I think you guys is more Thanksgiving, right? For your important holiday.
I'm Canadian, so
okay.
Christmas, but I live in the States. But Thanksgiving is the big one here, where everybody gets together, and
So I decided to stream on Christmas Day at night and have like a little party. Doing usual content, but like turning some music up, making it a bit louder than usual, which and having fun. And I got a couple of messages after just saying, I really needed that. Like, I'm not having a great Christmas, and I just needed that. So just thank you for streaming on Christmas Day. And there's a couple of people that were like, I don't want to get too deep, but people said, I don't think I'd be here without your streams. Like, thank you for putting a smile, and making me smile every day. And there's a couple of stories and stuff, but it's just nice to know that I'm helping people, and I know how shitty life can be, and if I can do that by goofing around on a video game, giving away some funds and playing some silly dances and stuff, then I'll continue to do it. I love it.
Yeah, because it's like you said, these days, the last couple of years between COVID and now the shit in Ukraine, that what you're doing is fantastic. It is so nice to hear good stories. We don't hear enough of them these days, so that's really good.
Yeah, with the Ukraine scenario, I think someone is in Poland. I did the no kill tournament recently. And I got a message after that actually from someone that had been watching, just saying, hey, friendly guy, I live in Poland and it's going mental over here right now because we're so close to it. It's like, thank you for just 5 hours of fun and taking my mind off it all. And I'm like, they're the type of things that I do it for. Like, that's my favorite part. Is that those type of messages that it's. Yeah, the world has been shit, hasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
that's been a bit terrible.
Just when we get through the part where we can't see family for 2 years, and then this shit happens. Like, God, let's just, dear Lord.
Yeah, it's. But it's those are the things that make me smile.
Yeah. Now, speaking of being on Twitch for the last year or so, what has been the toughest part about doing what you're doing? Just that extra amount of work that's required after you get off stream, or anything else that sticks out?
The toughest part? I think the toughest part for right now for me is obviously the income is scary. I've had a 14-year career of solid income, not having to worry about the bills. So that on a day-to-day is scary. That's scary. But the toughest part, the toughest part for me right now is having to choose between, I know that streaming less would benefit me more by doing more YouTube and stuff like that. but I can't because of the income scenario. If I don't I'm reliant on the streaming right now, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So that for me is like the tougher part is transitioning and getting a fine balance between what will make me grow and what will keep me doing this full time. So that's like that I would say that's the hardest thing. Other than that was just making the leap and saying, you know what, my employer for 14 years and going, you know, there's my 12 weeks notice. I did 12 weeks notice to leave my job because I've been there for that long. It was the maximum amount. And they really tried to keep me as well. They offered me like a $10,000 pay rise just to keep me. And I'm just like, I have to do this. I have to try and do this.
Right.
I have to try and do I have to try and do this. And but there's not, I won't say there's a defining part that's been difficult. Or a part that's like really, really tough. Apart from the day-to-day waking up and going, I hope everything goes all right today. and then obviously if you get sick or ill, there's no one to there's no one to help you.
There's no safety net. Yeah.
No, and that's scary. But I've not dealt with that yet. We'll deal with that when it comes round. Luckily, I've got an amazingly supportive wife. Yeah, I've got an amazing wife. We had a discussion about changing into this, and I've got an amazing wife that will support me and stand by me and supports everything that I do. And,
that is the same thing I hear from the other streamers I've talked to about them having a good support structure behind them, whether it's their spouse, girlfriend, or whatnot. Like talking to Markstrom or Geeks or Veritas, they all had the same thing. It's like I've got this person behind me, fully supportive, and I'm sure that helps a lot. Gives you the confidence and just the strength too to do it.
Oh yeah, it'd be impossible without her. When we first changed it, when we first made when I first approached us and said, "Hey, I want to try doing this full time. I know it's going to be a completely different change of lifestyle for us, like completely, because we had to buy a house because I live where I worked for free, basically. Yeah, we had to buy a house as well to even think about leaving my job. So we brought the house buying forward by 2 years. And we bought one. We've got the house. I'm in it now. We're so happy with it. It worked out. It worked out in the end. But when I approached and said, "Look, I want to change to doing this. I don't know if I'm going to make enough money. I don't know. Like it's the risk that I'm taking. Like worst case scenario, in 2 months' time, I'm going to be back and doing the same job." And she said, "You know what? Let's do it. If we don't make enough for the bills, like say 3 months in a row, and I have to help you, then we'll think about getting a different job." And Mrs. TFG is amazing.
Oh, fantastic. Now, do you remember your first sub?
No. Oh, no, I will do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. It's one of my real life friends.
Oh, very good.
Hello. Yeah. My 3 subs were Hello, Bill Syntax, and PS Shade. All of which we're like, right, I'm starting streaming, guys. Like, I'm over on Twitch, and they're like, yeah, we'll sub. And I think it's like a 14-month sub now, which is crazy. But yeah.
Now, speaking of your buddies, when they found out you were doing this full time, were they like, "Are you crazy?" or were they like, "Yeah, go for it"?
No, my friends are super supportive, like super supportive. I mean, I got a message today. Like, I'm just gonna get my phone up for this one. Yeah. Like, I got this message today from a friend. Who always eggs me on and sends me amazing messages like, keep doing it, you're smashing it and stuff. And one of my first 3 viewers that was there to get me the affiliate and whatnot. Yeah. There's my phone. I just found out a mega crazy fact. It said there's 7.6 million active streamers on Twitch and only 26,000 of them are verified. You're one of them, and that's effing incredible. Proud of you, man. That's what he said. So yeah, my friends are amazing. My friends
that's awesome.
Super amazing. And it blows their mind sometimes, like particularly people I don't speak to that often, like friends that I don't see that often. Oh, what are you doing? I stream every day on Twitch and play games. And like, well, how do you make the money? I'm like, well, it's difficult to explain. Like people do a subscription, but can't they watch you for free? I'm like, they can, yeah, but then they want to support you. Yeah, but like, why would they pay? Why would they pay you? I'm like, well, you pay Netflix,
exactly,
like, and you want to watch Netflix, so you pay a fee. And these guys really enjoy what I'm doing, and they give me a little bit of money to help me. And it's hard. It is hard in society. I think more and more people are. It's slowly becoming more accepted as a job and as a career. I think Ninja was the catalyst to that. Ninja was the catalyst behind all that, in my opinion. When Ninja rose to fame and worldwide news, and Drake, he kind of opened the doors for a lot of content creators to be accepted as not like that's strange anymore. It's like it's a job now. And I think like in, you've got your massive streamers that are, multimillionaires and stuff.
Right.
Like over the last 5 years, like 3 of the highest paid jobs have been created, which is streaming and online content creation.
Yeah.
That were never there before. But because, over these last 5 years, there's been such a huge jump in this being a career for people.
Yeah.
And I think it's only going to become bigger and bigger and more accepted.
I agree.
As we carry on and we see more people emerging and doing content in different ways and formats.
Yeah.
And it's amazing though. It's amazing. It's amazing for anyone out there that's, watching and thinking, can I do it? Like anyone can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would recommend, I didn't start this trying to do it as this would be the end goal. I did it as a bit of fun. I'm like, right, this will be a fun idea.
Yeah.
Like, this will be fun. Some people will like this.
Yeah.
And, I did it for fun. And I think a lot of people say that, like, start streaming for fun. And then, if it grows and stuff, then you might consider the money aspect of it. But, I think streaming with the intent to make money straight off the bat is probably the wrong way around it, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like you said, that person who was like, so people pay to watch you play. And it's like, it's such a foreign concept to, a lot of people. And, I'm almost 50, but my generation is like, it's foreign. When I, trying to explain to my parents, like, yeah, here, you have 1 million people or, 10,000 people watching this guy play a video game. And like, who wants to watch? And it's foreign, but it is, like you said, it's becoming socially accepted to as a career, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because obviously, I have my art and glasses, signature art and glasses, level 5 Panama, level 6 Aviators, part of the law. But like, it's I remember a particular time I was streaming live and Mrs. TFG had a friend round and showing her the new house.
Yeah.
The first month or two we'd moved in, and I'm streaming like here, walked in like, oh yeah, this is just working away. I'm like, hello. I'm just in the house with glasses on. Like, what? You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'm just at work right now. See you soon. It was that was funny, but it's interesting. I mean, do you know what? Like, it's like, not to disrespect. Obviously, he can't go out anywhere now without wearing his gear because that's who he is. He's one of the biggest creators in the world. Yeah. Where an issue for me right now is that I want to do some. I want to do other content that's like, I want to, if I'm out and about or grabbing a burger somewhere or doing something, right. I want to post a quick picture. My issue is that I can't carry out and glasses around, and that. I'm not to disrespect. Like I would just be a weirdo putting a booty on the Aviators in the middle of a McDonald's. Like, hey, you know what I mean? That's a difficult one for me to go into, like the IRL type of stuff. I can't just carry around an Aviators and whack them out at any given moment without feeling extremely awkward.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. So now with Tarkov, how did you find the game? What's your story? What's your path to discovering the game?
It was Duralo, the first sub from way back, who they were all buying it, the friendship group, and I actually bought it and played it a little bit. And I'm like, this is really difficult, like right at the beginning, and I was just like, I don't think this is for me, and it kind of just sat there for a little while. Yeah, and I picked it up probably like 6 to 12 months later, then started really getting into it, and then I had like a little break again and played Rocket League for quite some time. I got to Grand Champ on Rocket League, like one of the highest ranks in the game. And then I go to Tarkov as like a side game. But when doing the job that I didn't have much time to game anyway. So it was kind of like, right, I'm just gonna, and this is no exaggeration, I'd just done a 16-hour shift multiple times. I'd sit down after 16 hours, it'd be like 1 a.m. I'd be starting work at 9 a.m. And I'd just be like, I'm gonna have a quick hour on Rocket League and then that would be it. Then Tarkov, I started to play more Tarkov, and then it became my main game, and then it's just, but I think where it's come from to where it is now is such a great amount of progress. But I also think there's still, I personally believe there's at least another 3 to 5 years of great content in Tarkov. I think it's one of those games that's always going to have a community regardless of how old it is. Like your DayZs, like your World of Warcrafts. Like, it'll be a game that will always have a community. Even when the game dies, when a game comes off its peak and is on a downward spiral. I think it'll always have that core community that will always play it, and I think it'll always because it's such a good game. It's so unique, and
exactly, yeah. You know, it's ruined all other games for me. There's no other game that has that, you know, just that hook into me that gives you that, you know, either you know, that heart pumping pucker moments of like engagement, or like we talked earlier. There's so many different ways to play this game. Riding the market from that aspect, you know, the gun building, playing it as a Chad, as a rat, however you want to play this game, as a friendly pacifist. You know, there's so many. You're not limited to one silo of play style.
Yeah, and that makes it amazing. And getting to like level 39 and level 36 last white with no kills kind of shows that you can play however you want. Do you know what I mean? Like. And I'm a massive advocate of that. Like, is that I really want to get people into that type of. It is an RPG. It's not a click of, you know. And multiple times a day, people come into the stream and say, "Hey, why are you playing like this? Isn't it boring?" I'm like, it's so the opposite of boring. It couldn't be any further away from boring. Like, I am in tears every single day doing this. Like the situations I end up in myself, like, is unreal. And then they stay around for a couple of raids.
Yeah, the time you got that guy banned, or that guy got banned while you were alive, that was hilarious. It was like, here he's like, he just dropped dead. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty insane to capture that live. To be honest, I think we're never gonna know like how that happened. I believe that there probably was someone in chat that had some sort of connection somewhere, because I was with that guy for quite some time. Talking to him, and I believe that there's probably someone somewhere in that chat saw that and has gone, let's do this right now. Because it's not something that you see very often.
No, it was brilliant.
But yeah, the situations that occur, and you know, I am a real advocate for you know, for healing Tarkov. Like that's all story and the law behind what I do is you know, why escape from Tarkov when you can just heal it. If everyone, you know, what if this is what I say? It's going to be a bit of a long speech, this, so I apologize. But what if Tarkov is a massive social experiment, right? Okay, so I've got lots of things to back this theory up. All right, it's a fun theory, but at the same time, it's kind of like it could be true, right? So, what if it's a massive social experiment, right? So, first of all, first ever trailer for the game ended with a Bear and a USEC working together in factory to get out of factory together and fight scavs and extract and get out, right?
Yeah.
First ever trailer of the game, right? So that's already like, ooh. The first thing they ever show is the opposite factions working together, all right?
Yeah.
So it's like, right, okay. So then you've got the game itself, which you have to choose a faction and a side, which is more of the RPG style, because you have to pick a side. It's not a, you know, right, you are a killer, go. There's no tutorials.
Yeah.
There's no tutorials in the game. It doesn't say you are greeted with a box full of gear. And we as gamers and people think, ooh, shoot a weapon. Let's pick that up and use it. Right. Yeah. But no one tells you to do that. It doesn't say you must kill. The quests are optional. The quests say, could you please kill this person?
Yeah.
Or we need these locals eliminated. Can you do that? They don't tell you. You don't need the quests to progress. The things that you can get from the quests can also be earned just by playing the game. The XP and the loot that you get. Yep. So you can get them. You don't need to do the quests. They are optional. You've got the fact that there's so many in-game communication lines, even pre-VoiP. You've got all those comms you'll be able to use. Ceasefire, regroup, knives only, you know, follow me. Like all those aspects were already in the game before VoiP even occurred. So like it all points towards it. And it's like, you know what, if everyone used those and on maps like your customs where if all, you know, let's say 2 5-man squads and a 2-man, you know, all get together and work together to kill all the map, all the raiders, the scavs, Rashala, you looted all the safes together. There's enough loot on the maps for everyone to get out with enough loot without easily. A shadow of a doubt. If we all just did that, no one would die. No one would need to get Kappa because you wouldn't die. So you wouldn't need Kappa anyway because no one would die. And you all work together. Why escape from Tarkov when you can just fix it?
Yeah.
You know, that's the story is why escape from Tarkov when you can just fix it.
You can live in there. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Why stop fighting each other and fight the people that are causing the issues?
Yeah.
And then Tarkov save then. Obviously it's never going to be like that, but it would be nice if some people thought that, you know, and the whole point is that he's getting people to, you know, maybe, you know, and there is a small group of people that do play like now, like in a more friendly way and try and work together as much as possible. And it opens up like a different sector to a game that we already love that's just not being tapped into enough right now.
Yeah.
Is that side of it. But I'm having, and what's surprising to me is that since VoIP's come out, I expected to have more role play with people.
Yeah.
Like for example, by now I would expect to have been kidnapped by someone, but I haven't. I don't use guns, but yeah, they could literally come to me and say, right, follow us, you're doing this. I haven't been kidnapped yet, and I would expect to be kidnapped. Yeah. And that kind of shows me that there's not enough people thinking about the RP aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so many ways that you could, you know, there's so many things you can do. Yeah. I'm actually working on a series. Well, it's an idea, it's a concept right now that I'm kind of getting some scripts for. We're going to do almost like a red versus blue.
Yeah.
Style series within Tarkov.
Oh,
it's going to take it. So, you know, with the whole getting characters just to stand and chat and film it from different aspects, I'm trying to. I've got the bare bones ideas of some scenarios, and I've talked to some people that want to get involved. Yeah, and I'm going to try and make a red versus blue style series within Tarkov, which should be pretty cool.
That would be cool. Absolutely. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
Now, what was the what about Tarkov hooked you in?
It's how unique it is.
Yeah.
The variables are insane. It's not rinse and repeat.
Oh, no.
Unless you're on labs.
But as you've shown, it is not the same. Like, you know, every raid can be unique. You know, when you're playing friendly says, who would have ever thought?
Yeah, it's the unique is that there's so many variables, spawn points, loot, people you can meet, you know, and it's just nail biting. You know, particularly in the old way that I used to play, like it's just nail biting. You're scared for your life. You don't want to move. You get sounds, and it's crazy. And that was it initially. I think that's the thing for it. There's nothing compares to it.
No,
there's literally nothing compares. I mean, excuse me. You've got like the Cycle Frontier that's coming out soon.
Yeah,
that is something that looks like it might try and compete.
Yeah,
excuse me. But yeah, it's just super unique, isn't it? It's just super unique, and there's just nothing like it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about. You know, a couple of the other games after Tarkov. Like, if you look at the Cycle, may have a role for a pacifist. DayZ, GTA. You know, just to spread your message of peace and get along. Yeah,
I want in the longevity of things, I want to be known as the Twitch friendly guy.
Yeah,
and not just Tarkov friendly guy. So I want to be known as the friendly guy on Twitch, like where all the games that I play, I do play in a friendly aspect to it. Yeah, so I'm not just going to go and play first person shooters and do your regular, you know, the regular content most people would see. So like, if you can come to the channel, you'll see me playing games without trying to kill.
Yep.
You know, with you'll see that in different games. I tried to do it. I did that in DayZ. Not last Sunday before. I kind of tried it on Hunt last week. Yeah, where I would only fight back against people if they weren't friendly. So I would approach them and say, "Hey, I want to help you out." Like, and it was such a weird concept in Hunt. There's two guys in Hunt, and they were trying to extract one of the bosses. And I'm like, "Can I just help you out if you want? Like, I just help you fight the boss, and then you guys can take the loot." And they were just like. and then they were just so weird about it. They're like, I was like, they were just so weird. Like, I'm good. Can you just like, I'm gonna kill you because I'm on edge. And I'm like, why? I went, you know what? I just went, you know what? I'll just leave. So I just walked off and left them to it.
Yeah.
And they didn't kill me. I didn't kill them. It was so weird to them that someone was just gonna come and help them in a video game. They're just going to walk over and be like, "Hey, I'm going to help you out and give you all the loot because I don't want it." It was so weird for them to experience that. They were just so freaked out. It was
so foreign. Yeah. Oh my lord, that's too funny.
Yeah, it was super weird.
Now, looking back over since the TFG guys appeared in Tarkov, what has been one of the highlights that one of the most memorable moments of like, I can't believe that just happened in this game?
15. There's a few. I had 15 people together on customs.
Yeah.
And there was that many AIs and players together that Rashal's guards just glitched and didn't work. Rashal's guard just didn't know who to aim at and just sat there.
Oh my god!
He just sat. There was 50. We all took a picture around him. We all just got around Rashal's guard, and he didn't know what to do. So he just chose to shoot none of us.
Oh,
just sat there behind customs. Just sat there with his gun, like.
You broke the game.
Yeah. There's that many of us together that the targeting was just like, I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
Then you've got labs. You've got labs. The labs raider the other day where we gave away a red key card, Red Rebel, and played rock paper scissors. That was really fun. The other day, I gave away. This isn't out on YouTube yet, but I gave away another red. I gave red and blue to one guy.
Oh my god!
And it was great. So I locked myself in red room.
Yeah.
Laid on the table in the corner.
Yeah.
And then waited for him to come around. And do you know from Titanic where she says to Jack, she's like, "Oh, paint me like one of your French girls on the sofa." I tried to do. I was trying to say that to him, and I was like, "Come and paint me like one of your French girls." He's like, "What? Like, have you not seen Titanic?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, "How have you not seen the Titanic before?" And he turned around and said, "I don't like boats." So anyway, I had a great raid with that guy. I dropped him a red and a blue. That was a great raid. There's just there's just so many. There's level 2 that I managed to usher all the way through customs, which was fun. Then there was one non-VoIP raid that really stands out, and it's called, I think on my YouTube, it's called The Story of Wolo Wizard. So it's like a really old video, like way back, and he was like a really low level, like level 2, maybe 3. And I gave him like 3 Bitcoins or Tetrises, and he obviously he didn't put them in his bum. He was a new guy. He had no, and we had no voice. We had just in-game comms, and I gave him the things, and you could see that he didn't put them in his container. Yeah, because he was new. He had no idea what they were. So look, I had to get him through the entirety of customs by just using in-game comms.
Oh my god!
So I was just like, "Yeah, follow me, on me, stop on your right." And I got shot. I was bleeding. And it was all. It was like the world around us was just came. There was grenades getting thrown, and me and this guy just running through customs together like the end of the world. And I got him out. So me with no guns,
no VoIP.
No VoIP, no guns. Extracted a guy. I led the squad with no guns. It was mental. But yeah.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
There's so many. There's just so many so many situations like that. It happens like daily where absolute craziness happens, and it's just I can't even pinpoint it. There's so many. I have so many videos like backlog to put out onto platforms that I haven't even touched. I'll watch it. I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember right now. There's I got 10 people on Shoreline roof about a month or 2 ago. Got 10 people on the roof, and they played Simon Says for a Violet. Then I forgot about that video until now. There's so many. But yeah. Now every day's a highlight.
Before VoIP, how difficult was it to play the TFG style? It must have been near impossible.
Yeah, it's a lot of grit and determination.
Yeah.
And just being willing and knowing that you're going to die. Knowing and willing that you're going to die a lot is the main thing. And just you're dead. Reload, heal, go. I think that's hard for people to do in Tarkov. Is just accept that they're dead. You can't. That's it. However you die, whether it be something shady, whether it be an outplay, put a smile on your face, get back up, and get yourself back out there. Don't let it affect your mental. Just crack on with it, basically. And that's what this has been about. There are, there's been a few times, definitely since VoIP comes in, where I never really react to deaths. It's kind of I move on. I've been betrayed hundreds of times. I've been killed on sight hundreds of times. I've been shot, giving loot away hundreds of times. It's kind of just a day-to-day thing. But since VoIP, there's been some real situations that have really pushed me to the edge of me almost breaking character and being angry on stream and being there was one particular occasion in labs where there's a guy who was talking to me. He was like, I think there's a cheater on the map. I think there's a cheater. And I was in server room right, come to me. And it's fine. I've got no weapons. Come to me. I'm not going to hurt you. Come to me. Anyway, he's like, no, I don't trust it. And he's like, I think the cheater's coming towards me. I think he's coming. I'm like, right, run to me. Get behind me. He run towards me. This big, massive guy, raid backpack. Yeah. He's like, quick, get behind me. Run behind me. And he got behind me. And then 2 seconds later, he shot me in the head. And I'm just like, that is such a dick move. And then when I actually added him, because what I used to do at the beginning of doing this is I would add the people if they killed me and say, you came across friendly guy, you missed out on loot. Better luck next time. And I added him and he's like, oh, you were looking to get a carry from the cheater. And I'm like, oh my God. I was just like, you don't. I was like, I definitely wasn't. But that kind of that death was so. I was very salty about that death. Yeah. He's running away from the cheater. Like, quick, get behind me. Come here. I'll save you. I'll stand in front of the bullets. I'll be a bodyguard. And he just shoots me in the back of the head. I'm like, dude, come on. And I I just die in, and it is difficult. And even now, or even pre-VoiP, was more difficult. But it's just a mindset thing, Smile, die, reload, go again. Don't let it affect.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, one of the, I guess the plus side to that is you don't have to go to the market, buy your guns to build a new gun to go back in. Your time to get back to raid is a minute or two at least. So that's a good thing about it.
It's a bit of a joke, actually. It's a bit of a joke on the channel where, like, right, guys, just give me 5 minutes to get ready. Oh, I'm ready. It's like literally right click, equip, right click, equip, done. Yeah. Let's go. I spend more time getting hassled about my stash being a mess.
Yeah.
So many people just struggle with the concept of like how I've got so much money with like not killing. I'm like, it's a massive secret, and I'll let you in and tell you, if you come out of the raid with more than you went in with, that's a win.
Yes.
Right, that's a win, and I know, and obviously I've got an amazing community. The community is absolutely phenomenal. They always give and help me with, like, if they've got like a non-founded raid GPU that they're not gonna use, or like key cards, they don't go to labs. Obviously, people donate items to me to help me do this.
Yeah,
obviously, it'd be pretty impossible doing it on my own because I can't make that much money. And money going in and money going out is a bit uneven. They all help me out with items and stuff, but like the actual money side of it, I think I've got max hideout and like 12 or 13 mil rubles, and that's from me. That is literally that is my own money. Yeah. Max hideout and 12 million rubles just sat chilling, and then I've got a container full of items that people have given me to give to other people.
Now, when you extract from a raid, do you take guns with you to sell, or do you just take? Oh, okay.
I do, yeah, because I need all the money I can make. Obviously, it's if God forbid, there's a time where people stop offering to donate items. Mm-hmm. I've never asked. Yep. People come to me like, oh, can I donate an LP? And I'm like, yeah, of course. I even have like a Discord channel for people to post pictures. Yeah. The worst case scenario, if we end up getting banned for like suspected RMT, then I've got a video of it, and I've got a screenshot of what happened, and it's like it's like almost like due diligence in case something bad happens.
Right.
But we people donate a bit. If God forbid that doesn't happen, then I need to have a bit of money so I can give things out.
Yep.
No, there was a time when I first started doing it. I think I'd got down to like 25 million from like 150 when I first started, and I was like, oh shit, when this money runs out, I'm pretty screwed here. I was like, this concept is could be dead in the water if I don't start making money somehow. But then people just like, hey, I want to help you out. I'll give I want to give you some labs cards, or I want to give you a GPU to give to someone. And then since that day, people just swing by, like people that I've never even seen before in the chat. They'll come in like, hey, other guy, I love what you do. Seen your videos. Can I give you can I give you a violet? I'm like, of course, that'd be super generous.
God. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing amount of support. It's honestly, it's super humbling, and it makes me very proud of what we've built together as a community.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Now, what servers do you play on? Do you mainly play European, or do you play sort of East Coast US and UK European?
I play European and US.
Oh, good.
And then just switch the servers daily.
Yeah.
So like it could it could be different servers. Every stream's different servers selected. I used to tell people my servers as like, right, come and find me. But then people started finding me a lot. Yeah. And I was like, I got this. Like, I'm basically just giving away loot to people that are jumping in and finding me. So
without the story and the experience.
Yeah. So it's being friendly when you know it's going to come is kind of defeats the point of what I was trying, and rewarding people for friendliness and that type of thing. I mean, even now it's kind of a bit of a victim of my own success scenario. Like people recognize me. Like, oh, it's friendly guy. Yeah, like it's
kind of they know. There's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, they know what's coming now. They know what's coming. So I might have to start doing some incognito.
Dress up as a scav or something.
Do some undercover friendly guy, or maybe like go old school and not use VoiP for like a session or something like that.
Yeah, because VoiP, I gotta imagine once you heard VoiP and started using it, was like, oh, this is a game changer. Now I can really take this character, to that next level.
Yeah, 100%, and like. With the Go XLRs and stuff, I can change. There was a raid the other day, and I can change my voice to sound like I'm doing on radio. And like the other day, I was doing a raid, and I started like talking like a like a commander of a squad.
Yeah.
Like saying, Foxtrot, Foxtrot Alpha on 2-story dorms over, and that these guys started talking back to me like in the exact same voice, like we're checking clearing 3 stories, stay put over, and like we just had some random RP in dorms, and that would never be possible before.
Oh no!
But yeah, I've got so many ideas of things to do, and I'm getting to that point now where I am getting really stuck on the tasks, because all mine now are scav kills.
Yeah.
So this particular wipe, I'm only killing people with consent.
Yeah.
So that it kind of gives me the ability to progress the quest a bit more.
Yeah.
And it keeps the content fresh from just not killing anything ever. It adds the extra element of, if I meet a random guy and offer him a Bitcoin, will he let me kill him? And I'm getting to the point now where it's just scav kills, and it's difficult to just get player scavs and then let me shoot them. It's difficult because they don't get anything from it other than death.
Right.
But yeah, the consensual kill things is definitely like added a new element to the stream. I think I did shoot a bon in one sitting by just asking people if I could shoot them from 100 meters, and that was wild.
I popped in on your stream when you were on Woods, and I saw you kill somebody. Oh my God, what happened? This is not the friendly guy. And then in chat you said, "Oh, okay, this is how it worked." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. So just consensual, just consensuals. It's added a whole different element to it.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. So now, have you found other people reached out to you and say, "Hey, I want to play the friendly guy style," and any tips and things like that?
Yeah. There's tons of people. Like people that watch me for like half an hour. The people that come in and say, "How do you do this? It must be so boring." And then an hour later, they're like, "I need to change the entire way I play this game." And like, yep, it works. It works. And there's people that come back and tell me stories, and if someone comes to the stream and tells us like a cool little interaction that they had, or like something that I met 2 players and we extracted and I gave them all my loot, then they earn points for the whole stream at that time.
Yeah,
like that's not it's kind of like, oh, this guy, awesome story, wholesome story, like you guys get rewarded for it. But there's tons of people that try it and get involved, and I mean, even since the tournament, a couple of guys that were in the tournament, the no killing tournament, I've seen them kind of start to adopt it a bit more in the regular play, and trying to make friends in VoiP and stuff like that, which is cool.
Now, what is sorry.
I say if you feel the long term of like the open world Tarkov, that is probably a long way away, but is the end goal, like a whole walking around thing. I think that's gonna tie in well with that type of map and style.
Oh, absolutely. Now, what was that no kill tournament you talked about earlier? So you held a tournament or a competition?
Yeah, so I decided to host the world's first no killing Tarkov tournament.
Yeah,
it was called Squad Up. It was something that was actually drafted for non-VoIP. So all the rule set had been made for non-VoIP, and the wipe came around out of nowhere in December around Christmas, and I was like, that's kind of screwed the whole concept of what I was doing. So I had to kind of cancel it. But yeah, it was called Squad Up, and it was solos. I had 120 applicants.
Wow.
Who applied for it the first time, and I just did an RNG, spin the wheel.
Yep.
I didn't want to pick people out. I want to give we're all about community on my channel and giving everyone like a chance and a chance to play on stream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And spun the wheel. We had 24 people. It was basically they got points for making friends with people, extracting, getting bonus items off people. And it was a great tournament. It came down literally to the last raids of the points, and people said that out of thousands of hours of playing, it's the most fun they've ever had. And it was they said, I think one of the contestants said I've played in multiple evasion tournaments, and I've never been so like this intense within a raid than doing this. And I'm like, it's crazy. But yeah, when it was so much fun. I think we had like 300-400 viewers for the tourney, like the entire time. It was really great. And I'm working on a new one that should be announced in the next couple of weeks.
Excellent.
Which should be fun, and that's going to be called Here Comes the Money.
Okay.
It's going to be about who can make the most money while not killing. So it's it's a whole new concept. It's fun. People are enjoying it. It's a laugh, and gaming's all about fun, right? And
absolutely,
it ties back into the whole putting smiles on faces, which we talked about, and just putting smiles and laughs, and that's what I like to do.
Oh, that's fantastic, man. So now, when it comes to content creators, do you have any favorite content creators that other people should check out, or any other people that are playing your style that, hey, go give them a like and a subscribe?
I don't really get much chance to watch. Much Twitch. I pop around and say hello to a few guys, and how you doing? Everything going good.
Yep.
And I think I mentioned it's not in regards to content, but Devin Nash on YouTube.
Yep.
He is he talks about all things analytical in regards to Twitch, what's doing well, how, where you should invest your time.
Yep.
He's really good. If you want to grow as a content creator, that's definitely somewhere I would try.
Excellent.
I think you had Dan on, didn't you?
I did.
Dan on the cast. Yeah, Dan's great to watch if you want to learn how to play the game.
Yep.
He's a very good teacher, and watching him how he plays and the way he plays is great. I often pop in Dan's stream. He's a very educational streamer in regards to how he plays the game.
And super nice guy too. Fantastic.
Yeah. He's great.
Salt of the earth.
He's great. But Dan is someone I would watch. If anyone wants to learn how to play Tarkov, I would pop over to Dan's stream.
Excellent. So now, in the evenings, you turn off the stream, take off the aviators and the hat. What are you doing? You sitting down watching some TV? What's your hobby outside of, once you get out of that chair?
I struggle to do anything. Between I do two streams a day, so I do an afternoon and I do a night. So my typical day is wake up at about 9 or 10 a.m. Wake up, do regular waking up stuff. Sometimes grab a little bite to eat or whatever. Start streaming at 12 until 4, which most of the times runs until like 5 because I have the inability to just know when to stop. So it only goes until like 5, and then I come off. Go downstairs, have some food with Mrs. TFG who's just come home from work, have some dinner, have like a catch up, watch TV for a little while. And then about 8 o'clock I come back upstairs, sometimes maybe 7, make a TikTok, post that just as I'm going live, then go live at 9 until 1 a.m. minimum. Normally 2 a.m., 3 a.m. depending. Then I just wind down, watch a few YouTube videos of like ant farms in somewhere, or some random hydraulic press video, and then once I feel like I'm calm enough after coming off stream to go to sleep, I go to sleep and it starts again. But like I don't really have much time to do anything other than that. I take Saturdays off completely. Saturdays are my day off. I try and stay off social medias completely, like social media Saturdays, and just stay completely off. I don't do very well at it, but I do okay. And that full day is just me, doing housework, taking time with TFG, going for some food or maybe the cinema. Other than that, it's just go with this. Making any spare time I get to make a video, it's making videos. But because I enjoy it, like I said, I enjoy it.
It's not work. It doesn't feel like work.
You don't never work a day in your life if you enjoy what you do, right?
That's true.
Back in my old job, getting dinner together regularly with Mr. TFG was impossible. Whereas every day now I get to have dinner with her every day because I've got that little 4 hours between the two streams where I get 4 hours, have some dinner, have a relax, talk about how the day's gone so far, and then back streaming when at night. But it works for me. I'm sure like in time I'll find a better routine where I'll stick to it religiously, and on this day I'll do a YouTube video, or maybe I'll drop a stream here and then focus on offline stuff on that particular day. But like I said, it's the whole thing with the minute is the balance between doing offline stuff, which helps grow the channel, or do streaming, which pays the bills. It's kind of, I'm in that difficult stage where I have to balance the two, but I'm sure in time it'll come. I'm still relatively new to doing full time. I've got to learn the whole taxes and all that stuff, and all the stuff that comes with it.
Oh yes.
So that'll be fun in the next couple of months. But
good. Now, you mentioned the cinema. What was the last movie you saw?
Last movie? I go quite regular. What did I see? Oh, no, you put me on the spot here. I go all the time as well. I go all the time to the cinema.
We had Batman. We had Spider-Man. What else was there?
I've seen Spider-Man. I tend to go and see, like, everything.
Yep.
It was a really good one that I watched as well, and I can't remember. I was going to go to see Batman the other day, then I realized it was 3 hours long, and I was like, I can't fit.
Wow.
I think it's like 297 or something, or 257, something like that. It's a long one apparently.
And now with Mrs. TFG, what is your show you guys watch together?
We have like a dinner time, a tea time show that we watch series.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's the American Office.
Okay.
That we're going through at the moment, but it switches. We've just finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
We watch like an episode a night. But at the minute, it's the American Office.
I got to say, the UK Office is far more funnier.
Yeah. I kind of do agree.
Yeah.
I do agree, but it's different kinds of humor, right? Like
Absolutely.
it just is, and both are funny, but in different ways.
Yeah.
And I think the American Office has got a longer runtime than
the
UK one.
Yeah.
So like you get more of a character development and stuff, and and it is funny. They're both funny.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, hey. What about you?
Oh, my wife and I, TV time with my wife. We do a lot of the Law and Order stuff. So that's the ones we like. The crime dramas and whatnot. Actually, probably go see Batman tonight with my son in IMAX. So that's what we'll end up doing later today. Yeah. So
have you just learned now that it's 3 hours?
I have. I look at my face like, oh. So let's see. Starts at 7. I'll get home at 11. It's like I got to play some Tarkov. So I'm looking at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's like you. Yeah. I just can't just turn it off and go to bed. No, I gotta.
It's impossible, isn't it? It takes me like an hour and a half, like minimum. Especially I try and put as much energy as possible into the streams.
Yeah.
So I have to come down from that afterwards is a time in itself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Excellent. Well, I have to say, this has been fantastic. I thank you so much, and I wish you the best, because what you do out there is fantastic. I'm so glad you decided to do this, because it's fun to watch. The content you create is like nothing I've seen in any of the Tarkov stuff that's been out there, and it's just splendid. No,
I appreciate it, honestly. I love talking to people. Anytime you want to have a chat or whatever. Thanks for having me. And you've been a great host, and it's been great to chat with you. And hopefully, one day I'll see you out there, and we'll
that's why I was asking you if you roll the American servers, like, oh, this could be, I keep my eye, and I won't be so trigger happy next time I hear, hey, don't shoot. It's like, okay.
It happens a lot. It happens a lot. I get screenshots of, oh no.
Yes.
Oh no, it's you. I'm sorry.
There's remorse. I can't believe I just shot him.
Hopefully we'll meet up out there, because a lot of people think I'm Australian, but no, I'm definitely not Australian.
Yeah,
I'm definitely on American servers most days. So
good, fantastic.
I'll definitely see you out there one day.
Yeah. Hey, before I let you go, I do this at the end of all my pods. Who do you got any recommendations on somebody who should hop on Tarducks with me?
Yeah, it's yes, but it's not anybody you probably have heard of, because they're not a name within.
That's okay. That's okay, because I'm actually having one of the guys who is part of the Marksman, Monster D-Face. He hasn't played Tarkov in years. He's a caster for the Fortnite series, but I'm getting him on to talk about content creation. So it doesn't need to be Tarkov specific. If you think somebody.
So you need. I would recommend checking out this person's stream and content, because it's so creative. That it's someone that I watch if I get time. Yeah, and he's been a long friend of my channel since like day one as well.
Yeah,
he's called Servo MD.
Okay,
Servo MD. And he plays Tarkov, but with just memes, and it's just next level. And he's such an amazing human. Like, you'll have such a good chat with him, because he's so talkative, and if you watch his content, you'll understand why I recommended it, because it's just it's like fun, but like next level of fun, even compared to my content. Like, it's just absolute memes. Like, it's just hilarious.
All right, I'm going to be calling for him then. He will get on, and if you have to twist his arm, I'm going to ask you to twist his arm. Yeah,
I definitely will. Yeah, Servo MD, but like stuff like he'll play music and summon the factory god, and a god will appear above factory, and it's just it's just so fun. It's so fun.
I'm gonna check him out later today then. All right, friendly. Well, hey, again, thank you for the time. Enjoy your evening tonight, and we'll see you out there in Tarkov.
Awesome, mate.
Take care, man.
Absolutely great, dude.
All right, cheers, mate.
Take care.
Hey, she's a beauty.